Hi, everybody. This is Kathleen Hinesley with Exploring Dimensions for All, and I'm excited to give you this channeled message for the collective. This is from William and Jim. I am not a trance channeler, so I'll be reading this to you. Trance channeling is something where you allow the spirit to come into your body and operate your voice. I've never done that. I actually started channeling as an experiment with automatic writing, and my hand never moved and wrote anything for me. What started to happen, for those of you that have looked at my audiobook, you might have already heard this, but what started to happen when I was around 12 is that I would start to get information coming in this way if I asked to speak to a positive spirit guide. So I've been working with William and Jim now for a few years, and this is a message from them. It speaks to, I want to just let you know, it speaks to the search for identity and also what we are in a physical body, and then what we try to do to figure out who we are. It's pretty interesting. And then at the end, it gives you a concept that's very uplifting. I really like this particular message. So anyway, thank you to William and Jim for this. Okay. Message for the collective. There is a collective ego shift taking place away from I am what I do and changing into I am what I think. Oops, that's not it yet. You are not what you think. But many people play with this idea. The danger lurks only in temporarily losing oneself in the need to find a category of ideas that fits with an identity you choose to have. This is unlikely to be sustainable as public opinion changes and flows, while our core identity remains. Categories of thought are inherently unstable because the electrons required for thinking keep moving. You are not the electrons required for thinking, but they are part of you. The concept of finding oneself is an oxymoron, and yet roughly 75% of all thoughts involve a reach for, a system of labeling things, to reach a point of stillness and knowing what one is. Let me read that part again. It's a little bit hard for me to grasp when I hear it the first time. 75% of all thoughts involve a reach for, a system of labeling things, to reach a point of stillness and knowing what one is. Imagine yourself in a narrow hallway with shelves of old-style, long-playing records. After each thought, it is as if most of the subsequent moment is taken up finding a shelf for that particular thought and placing it on a shelf in exactly the right position for it in comparison to all the other thoughts on that shelf. This rank and file system is so very inappropriate for the moving electrons of which thoughts are composed. Back to the search for identity. As many of you have discovered over time, identity cannot be found in the work you do. It cannot be found in your age due to the passage of time, or in a name given to you by someone else, or in a nationality that by its very nature shifts and changes with borders and national leaders and sentiments. Turning the page here. So where are you? What is your identity? So much suicide has occurred due to a frustrated need to answer this question and be happy with the result. Here it is. The you that you experience now is a moving composition of particles that takes in information, plays with it, and evaporates it back into space in an altered form. As a thought comes to you, what you are changes it and sends it back out. Turning the page again. Of course, what you are is more complex, but I'm talking about the you that you are trying desperately to label while you are in a body. So the next thing is that everyone shares this same essence and essential capacity. Everyone catches information, alters it, and sends it back out. For the purposes of personality labeling, that is the core element that everyone shares and is their essential thought motion while in the body. For this reason, you can feel entirely confident that you have no need to prove yourself to anyone. You can rest assured that they are most likely occupied with the task of ranking and filing their own thoughts and ever so subtly trying to prove the worth of their existence to you. Now that's an idea, worth of existence. Please understand that in order for something to be worth something in the conventional sense, it must have weight and mass, like gold and currency do. If it does not have that, it must maintain its shape, at least on a computer screen. Your bank balance, for example, is composed of numbers, and numbers maintain their shape. You don't. Your body doesn't, and your thoughts don't. They keep changing. All this means is that proving your worth is 100% irrelevant to who you are. Yet it eats up most waking thought time in most people. I would advise you to concentrate on the word celebrate. Celebrate your existence. Will feel cleaner and more freeing and eliminate the incessant need to rank and file bits of yourself on the shelf. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. And then I loved that. I thought that was great. So thank you, William and Jim, I said, and then I was told Jim has gone on a mission. So I guess the last part was just William. And I said, thank you from the bottom of my celebrate. So anyway, all right, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Please comment down below if you'd like to add to this or make any comments at all. I may not get a lot of views on this video. I had to promise before I got this message that I wasn't going to make any attempts to increase viewership, that people just had to come to the video. There are things you can do to kind of like try and make sure that people see your video. I'm not allowed to do that with this video. So anyway, all right, see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.